Fuck me, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Is it bringing the title through as well?
Hold on a moment. I'm just trying to. Oh, okay. Now it's loading. It's live.
Okay. Hey, it's working. Is the sound working? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, neat. Yeah, it just needs to change the title, which I don't have the permission to do on my new stream again. Yeah, it just needs.
Yeah, for some reason, OBS, whatever the hell, really doesn't like doing that for some.
It really doesn't. Damn. Who's got the account on here? I forget.
I literally have no idea.
Well, I guess we're here. The stream works, sound works. Well, you know what? It's not even 10 o'clock yet, so I'm just going to sit at the title screen and just shoot shit until 10 o'clock turns up, and hopefully that will turn up and fix the thing.
That works.
So yeah, if we have any viewers, then you're literally just going to be listening to me talking like random crap for 2 minutes. Which will undoubtedly be the best part of this section of the video, because, well, it's only Vermilion City, not much happens there. Not this stage of the game, anyway. We will be going back there and messing around with it a bit. So it happens, there is quite a funny glitch you can do with the SSN, but it does require surf, so we won't be able to do that for a while.
Oh well.
Also, I have managed to clear out that one trainer on the route above Nugget Bridge, so Trainer Fly is set up for when we get either fly or teleport. So nice. I'll have to go wandering around trying to find out who it is I'm supposed to be beating down and why. I'll just go straight up there and get the job done, hopefully. I'm going to post it in general chat as well, because fuck it.
It works.
Yeah, we've still got time. And this great Gen 1 music. I'm literally just sitting there waiting for 10 o'clock, so...
Yeah, perfectly understandable.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well. It gives people a chance to turn up, so... And here we are, we have now hit 10 o'clock. Bang on the button. Okay, so now we've hit 10 o'clock. Welcome to what is very much not Pokemon Soul Silver with Dr. Oak from PokeCharms.com. This is in fact Pokemon Red with Cole. And Stel is here as well. Say hi.
Yep.
There we go. So, last time we played this game, we beat Misty because she sucks and is terrible at the game, so... And Bulbasaur is also the best starter. Now, we're moving swiftly on with our lovely adventure. Unfortunately, there won't be any... I don't think there's going to be any glitches this episode, most likely. As we said earlier, there is a glitch in Vermilion City, but that requires surf, so we won't be doing that just yet. If my sound is a bit off, please tell me, because everyone knows that my sound thing is kind of just messed up. I would love to know what left all these ridiculous dinosaur footprints in this house after breaking into it.
That is indeed a good question.
And for the record, I would just like to point out, yeah, spoiler alert, this guy stole a Dig TM. Of all the things you would steal, why would you steal Dig, really?
I guess he digs it.
He digs it, alright. And we're going to be digging him a new asshole. So, yeah, there's not much to say about this fight. It's going to be Batista beating his face. It's just Supersonic. Okay, it doesn't work. Oh, I just realised Karate Chop's a normal move. That's going to hurt. Yeah, Karate Chop's a normal type move in Generation 1, despite the fact that, you know, it's quite obviously a fighting technique. Because, you know, these people who made Generation 1 are just dumb.
Then again, so is Bite, so actually chewing on this Machop actually does something.
Yeah. Bite became a dark type move in the generations after this. Why, I don't know. I'm not sure what's particularly evil about biting.
I mean, to be fair, dark types are supposed to be all about, you know, quote-unquote, fighting dirty, and, well,
yeah, that's I guess.
I mean, it is kind of completely lost on the fact that, you know, these are not humans, these are these weird animal beast creatures with, big pointy teeth, but...
Yeah. And that's our first Psychic-type Pokemon beaten of this run, which is great, because we one-shotted it.
Pretty much. Nidoking.
Yeah, Nidoking, he's our powerhouse of this game, let's be honest. Yeah,
Nidoking is the real MVP of Gen 1.
And you know what the best part is? Like, we've found this, like, thief who's broken into this house, you know, and accosted him, and this is not Soul Silver. Yeah, it's not Soul Silver at all. Twitch lies, but we don't, you know, I was honest, I straight up said, you know what, this is not Soul Silver.
Twitch is a lie.
Yeah, but you know what? This game is better than Soul Silver, so it's fine. But you know what? You know, this is the original. You know, you can't beat the original game. You know, you come out with these remakes of like a generation that came after this. Like, get out! you're not coming close to this. Oh, I forgot about that rare candy. No, you know what? We'll save it. Oh yeah, the amazing Gen 1 bag. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, here's Dig. You know, Dig that the ground type Nidoking can't learn, despite learning literally every other move in the game. Why is
this is kind of hilarious, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I wish it could, because it would actually be very useful at this stage in the game. But you know what? I mean, we get Thrash later. Is it modded? No, it's
just Pokemon Red, which is a pile of glitches in its own right, so it doesn't really need anything.
That is normal, that is not a glitch, that is just how it works. Nidoking can't learn Dig, it's as simple as that. Right, we're not going to go to the daycare because there's no point. So actually, thinking about it, I can just use that rare candy on Nidoking right now and get Thrash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Thrash is actually a really good move. We're going to get rid of Leer because we don't need it. Arguably, it renders Horn Attack obsolete, but you know what? Leer got rendered obsolete ages ago, so whatever. Turn design always bothered me. Only way out through someone's house. Yeah, pretty much. It's like you have to literally break into that guy's house to leave.
At least until you get cut or something, as far as I remember, anyway.
Yeah, still, it is kind of debatable.
It is ridiculous.
How many people, like, think about it, if you want to travel to another town, how many people has that guy got just walking through his house to get from town to town?
Explains the dinosaur footprints.
Yeah, apparently, like, some T-Rex went through there, like, last. And smashed his house up.
Raptors can open doors.
It was Ridley, probably. This is always Ridley.
Naturally.
So anyway, yeah, there's not going to be a huge amount happening in this episode, to be honest with you. It's literally just going to be me talking and familiar. But to be fair, like, you know, that's, you know, it's Pokemon. Poor Rocky was just trying to get out of town. He was trying to get out, alright. I mean, to be fair, we didn't report him to the police, so, you know, we let him go on his way.
To be fair, the police is absolutely useless in these games.
Oh, they are. I mean, for God's sake, like, in Generation 2, they just attack you during the night. It's like...
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't even know why I've confused that Weedle. It can't do anything to Zubat whatsoever.
Pretty much, yeah.
It saves PP, you know,
because
tactics.
Because honestly, just picturing a Weedle with the completely confused expression there is kind of hilarious.
I mean, to be fair, it already has like a 1,000-yard stare, so...
Yeah. Those question marks popping up next to that sprite are kind of hilarious to me, for some reason.
They are just... quite. I'm not even going to bother using Supersonic on this thing, because it's just wasting a turn, really. To be fair, it is one of the better sprites in this. And that's not saying much, considering just how much of a mess some of the sprites are in this game, but...
Yeah, I have to say, Gen 1 was really weird in the sprite front.
Yeah, Confuse Ray, that's awesome.
And that is particularly when you take into account the fact that this is actually the updated version of the sprites.
Yeah, because I think in the original Red and Green they were different, weren't they?
Yeah, in the original Red and Green, I think they looked like the way that people think of when they think about the green sprites. Basically, what happened was that, yeah, you had Red and Green, and then they released Blue in Japan, which was like a slightly fixed remake, and the English Red and Blue were based on the code of the Japanese Blue, but with the Pokemon shifted around to have the distributions of Red and Green.
I still like the fact that this is like the quote-unquote fixed version, and this is what we got.
Yep.
I mean, I mean, to be fair, like the glitches that were in the original version were absolutely horrendous. Like I'm going to try and say this and probably screw it up. The Doko Kahira, the door glitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one where you just walk around for a bit and then you beat the game by going into a house.
Yeah, these games were like really, really good for arbitrary code execution.
Yeah, it was not hard to trigger those sorts of glitches in the original. They made it a bit harder for this one, but it's still very much doable, as has been demonstrated many times, and hopefully as I will demonstrate later on. No, actually got these confused right this time. So now we actually have a confusion move that works reliably, which is going to make Zubat significantly more effective. Because now I can bite, because now I can flinch and confuse to my heart's content. And this Squirtle just got done in by hacks. Bye-bye. Squirtle best starter? Yeah, right. All you Blastoise fans out there, that's what your starter's worth. Bulbasaur all the way, people. It's a private conversation, it ain't private anymore.
Squirtle is weird. I mean, Squirtle itself is kind of adorable, and I do like Wartortle's sort of general design. Blastoise just does not feel like it belongs, like, at all.
See, I actually thought Blastoise was pretty cool. Like, Blastoise is actually the reason I even like got into Pokemon as well, so I can't really...
It's a turtle with guns. I mean, honestly, I didn't mind the fact that it's a turtle with guns. My issue with Blastoise is the fact that, aside from the fact it really does not look like it belongs in the line, is it's the face. It's just, it has this weird sort of mammalian-looking cow face, and
yeah.
the rest of the line is still kind of turtley face-ways. So it's like, why? It almost feels like they're completely unrelated. Like, you know, like Blastoise was designed for something else, and you know they just kind of threw it in there.
I mean, to be fair, like I think a lot of Pokemon kind of suffer from the whole, you know, looking anatomically weird, because that's just the Sugimori style.
Sugimori being Sugimori, yeah.
We've got Poison Powder, which I guess is a decent move. It's actually a Poison type move to use in our Poison type run, because we've got so many Poison type moves in our Poison type run so far. Which is literally just Poison Sting, I think. And now Poison Powder, so we can poison people.
With poison.
With poison, yeah. Yeah, I may as well point this out at this stage. Even though we're doing a mono poison run, we're not going to be seeing very many poison type moves, just for the simple fact that they aren't good.
Yeah, not in this game at least.
I mean, the strongest poison type attacking move is Sludge. If that gives you any idea of what we're dealing with.
Yep.
And Sludge is bad. I'm not even going to try and mince words. It is not a good move. We will be seeing it, because it is one of the best moves that Weezing gets. And yeah, spoiler alert, we will be using Weezing in this run. Here's Butterfree, whatever. Am I faster? No, I'm not. Oh, pff, really? Yeah, you try and poison me. See how well that works. Idiot. And he's... Keep doing that. Is it going to keep doing poison? Is it going to keep doing Poison Powder? No, it's going to kill me. Oh, that's... And now I'm confused. Well, I've got to test my own medicine. Well, you know what? Fine. See, you say that, Lonely God, but you forget there was no move deleter in this game. So I can't. There we go, Thrash. Get out. Yeah, there's no move deleter. Move deleter wasn't invented yet. We can't delete any non-poison moves, unfortunately. We're stuck with them.
Ah, Generation 1.
Yep. She made it an absolute nightmare for anything involving HMs. Speaking of HMs, we're going to be getting one soon. And as stated, I may as well bring up the rules that we did mention. I am allowed to use non-poison type HM slaves. I just can't send them out in battles. Because for God's sake, I'm not running around with a Nidoking that has strength. I deserve better than that, and so do you. Here's Pidgey, because, you know, Pidgey's great. Same as that. Nidoking can learn Bubble Beam Block. Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
At least in this generation. I don't know. I don't know how. I'm not even going to bother using Poison Powder because it's just a waste. Nice. Yeah. For whatever reason, Nidoking just can't learn Dig. He can learn Earthquake, which, you know, thankfully, but Dig, no.
Yep.
Again, you know. Blastoise can learn Dig. I think Charizard can learn Dig actually.
In this generation, yeah. At least, well, I think that you can learn Dig in red and blue, but not in yellow.
Yeah, in this game, in red, like Charizard could dig, but he sure as hell couldn't fly.
Yep. They fixed that in yellow, though.
Yeah, they did.
For some value fixed.
Along with letting you use that old man to break the game.
Oh man, this generation.
I mean, to be fair, the only reason my memory of this game is pretty good is because of the fact that I played it recently, so...
I don't think I've actually finished my latest run of Generation 1. I started one back when doing runs of Generation 1 was all the rage. Because the games were released. Yeah, the games were sort of virtual console released, and then everybody started doing these runs.
Yeah.
So I started, well, obviously I don't have a 3DS, so I kind of did a run by my own bizarre means. And literally all I remember from that run is having a really, really murderous Venusaur.
Well, hopefully we're going to also get a murderous Venusaur.
I love these things.
I do remember, actually, I was, that reminds me of the Fire Red run that I did, where, for some reason, I really wanted a Jigglypuff. Don't know why, I just really wanted one. So, I started wandering around the route where you find Jigglypuff, or so I thought. It turned out you couldn't actually find Jigglypuff on this route, and I just hadn't bothered to check, because I was stupid. I ended up beating up a whole bunch of Spearows, and Pidgeys, and whatever it was that was on that route. And in the end, by the time I realised, keep in mind that's the route before Mount Moon, okay? So you can imagine what level the wild Pokemon are in that grass. By the time I'd realised, wait a minute, Jigglypuff is not on this route and I've just been wasting my time, I had a Venusaur.
That is great.
On the plus side, the rest of the game folded very, very quickly after that.
Yep.
And for what it's worth, this was Fire Red. And in Fire Red, EVs were a thing. So not only did I have a very over-leveled Venusaur, but this Venusaur was also fast as hell. Because of all the speed EVs I've been getting off all these Spearows. So, yeah, I had this super fast Venusaur that was vastly over-leveled and just absolutely steamrolled through everything.
For some reason, I'm just kind of picturing one, just running like a complete cartoon character, all meep meep.
It pretty much did, and yeah, now, speaking of running through things, there's Nidoking. Absolutely flattening everything. Yeah, Thrash is pretty amazing. That's the reason why you evolve Nidoking early as possible, because you really want Thrash. There's nothing that Nidorino gets that's worth anything over Thrash, in all honesty. So yeah, here we are in Vermilion City, which is one of the few cities where it's actually worth going into pretty much every single building. As opposed to Cerulean City, where the only buildings you need to go into are like Bill's house, not Bill's house, the house that got broken into by T-Rex and the gym. And the Pokemon Center and the Mart, I guess, but they don't really count because you go into those all the time anyway. What's in this house? Oh, it's the Fishy Dude. Okay, yeah, we don't need him because Magikarp is not a poison type.
There's a mental image and a half. Poison Magikarp.
I mean, we will be getting a water poison type later on. I don't need to tell you what that is.
Oh yeah, naturally. There's only one of this generation that really...
Yeah. Right, where should I go first?
I always actually really like these things. They remind me of Metroids in a really weird sort of way.
A Tentacle. Yeah, Tentacle's pretty awesome. I love Tentacle. I've always liked Tentacle. It's again, it's like one of those things like, oh my god, I hate Tentacle because he always turns up on the surfer. It's like, yeah, but he's good and wants you to catch him. Just deal with it.
Yeah, basically, it's also, yeah, I mean, obviously nothing's just in this generation because that form was not developed yet, but
Yeah.
Crobat is a weapon of absolute mass destruction.
He is. I kind of wish we'd get
Kind
him
of
this.
makes all the Zubats popping around a bit more tolerable.
And the same can be said for Tentacruel, because Tentacruel is very good, even in this generation.
Tentacruel is amazing. Freaking Metroid of Death.
Yep. Speaking of other Pokemon that we will be getting, there is going to be another choice coming up for another potential team member, and that's going to be our next team member. But that's going to be for a while. We won't be seeing that for some time, but I may as well let you all know what it's going to be. It's going to be either Venonat or Ghastly. So,
That is a good question.
whichever one you'd like to see me use, just mention it. Like I say, we won't be doing the vote yet, but it is one to take into consideration. For what it's worth, keep in mind as well, we won't be able to get Gengar because we can't trade. So Ghastly will be stuck at Haunter at best. That's the bad news. The good news is stat-wise he's still better than Venomoth. So, which
Yes.
to be fair isn't really an indictment against Venomoth. It just means that Haunter's that good. I mean, in terms of offensive stats, it's basically on par with Starmie, if that gives you an idea. And Starmie's stats are ridiculous. So.
Yeah, Starmie is completely and utterly deadly.
Oh, you stupid tadpole.
I actually used that thing in one of my latest runs.
Oh, get bubbled.
Might have been the Time Warp Tour.
Now, let's see if...
Was Starmie one of the Pokemon?
I'm going to try and wait. Is it even worth it trying?
I think it might have been.
Let's see.
I think it was. Might have been my Generation 2 carryover. Let's take a look at this.
Nice siesta,
Yeah.
Batman. How many turns do you want to stay asleep for? Lazy bat. Oh, I've got potions. It's fine. Whip. Could do with super potions. You can get super potions here, I think, now. Probably do need some of them, to be fair, because these potions ain't doing much for me right now. Stop critting me, you horrible creature.
Grief.
Yeah, finally. Welcome to the party. Yeah, get out. Do that again. I'm just going to stay in and use Leech Life. Yeah, hit yourself, you stupid tadpole. Eat it. I mean, yeah, there's not even any point doing that. Let's just fight now. Yeah, get out.
Back when Leech Life was still completely useless.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's there. It's helping as best it can. I couldn't even KO. Get out. Well, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I mean, to be fair, if Leech Life still had the buffed version in this, it would just be ridiculous. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I got
Honestly,
Horse,
what really gets my goat about the new and improved Leech Life is that they didn't give it to Kabutops.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, the thing's entire dex description is all about how it rips things apart and sucks their blood, and that's basically what Leech Life is about. And, yeah, I mean, what does it get instead? Absorb. It can't even use these moves. I mean, you know,
what can use Absorb? Let's be realistic here.
I mean, it does get to, you know, Mega Drain, Giga Drain, whatever Drain, but, you know, those are special moves on a Pokemon with, like, virtually no special stats.
Yeah, that's special, alright.
I mean, Giga Drain is kind of amazing. But
Giga Drain's great, but not on Kabutops.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Giga Drain was not invented yet. We're stuck in Mega Drain. That being said, Mega Drain is actually useful in this. And as it happens, it is the only remotely positive thing that Erica contributes to the world. I'm not saying that to be mean, I'm just saying that because it's true. I mean, you know, I give Misty, I insult Misty, but you know, at least you know. Actually, what redeeming qualities did Misty even have? Someone help me. Anyone, chat, Stel, did Misty have redeeming qualities? Please tell me.
I think the only place where Misty had redeeming qualities was in the Adventures manga. And to be fair, Erika was also kind of badass in that one too, which is quite surprising.
That's fair.
I mean, here's the thing. In the games, she's mostly just there. Doesn't really do much.
I'm sure most of the is just there. I'll think about
pretty
it.
much. And yeah, in the anime, they just did this whole thing with her gym, which is just kind of entirely stupid. But that's the anime.
Yeah, the anime just does everything wrong.
Except in the Generation 4 anime, where it somehow managed to make all these gym leaders actually glorious.
Yeah. I don't know if I can beat this guy now, he's used Leer on me.
Seriously, the Generation 4 anime just made the gym leaders mimetic as hell. Basically all of them.
I
Could have
do.
gone a bit more. I mean, I think they could have gone a bit more over the top with Crash Awake, but you know, he didn't really get a whole lot of screen time in this one.
So
basically his
right. That's amazing.
Sinnoh did a lot of things right. It's just that you know the games have these particular
It
issues.
takes place in Sinnoh. That's the problem.
I like Sinnoh. I just don't like Mount Coronet being a giant middle finger.
There we go.
I like Sinnoh. I just don't like Mount.
Here's the real Licky Tongue. There we go. Look at that.
Golbat has the best sprite in this generation.
Really does. That is the greatest sprite ever. I'm going to save now because that is truly a glorious moment. I'm going to go back in the hill because Golbat got beaten up. Yeah, Zubat's stat-wise is not particularly strong, but now that he's Golbat, he should hopefully do a lot better. To be fair, like we're not really getting that many more moves for him, so. But you know, I don't think we really need much more for him, in all honesty. Just confusing and biting things seems to be working all right for the most part.
Yeah, he's mostly there to confuse the hell out of everything.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, because I know I'm going to put Mega Drain on him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the other move's going to be, to be honest.
I do forget what Golbat gets in this generation. It's been flipping forever.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Right, let's take Golbat for a test drive because he's awesome, and unfortunately you can't see the tongue in the back sprite, which is really disappointing. So that'll be the first time that'll be the only time we actually get to see the tongue.
Yeah, I think Golbat just gets Wing Attack and Haze when it evolves. I mean,
yeah, neither of those moves are particularly useful in this. Wing Attack is just there.
It does get Mega Drain, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so Mega Drain you can use that on rock types and it still smashes them.
Otherwise, we're looking at let's see.
So Golbat's back sprite is not even that bad.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's a bat.
Yeah, it's a bat. Oh, okay, he's got Slash, which didn't do actually that much damage.
Slash.
And I'm just getting flinch hacks over and over again. Of course, use Sand Attack. And again, Sand Attack, reduction of accuracy to 66%. Which is absolutely brutal. And again, Leech Life proves its immense disappointment. I need to stop. I'm just going to stop using Leech Life now, I think. Every time I use it thinking it's going to actually do something useful for me, I'll end up regretting it.
Let's see, I'm actually taking a look at what Golbat can learn in this generation, and yeah, that's not a lot of options. There's like Razor Wind, Whirlwind, Toxic, Takedown, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Rage, Mega Drain, Mimic, Double Team, Bind, Swift, Rest, and Substitute.
See, Mimic in Gen 1 is actually really good. I will be demonstrating that later. Much later.
Much later.
Because in Generation 1, it actually lets you pick which move you copy off your opponent.
Huh, cool.
Which has, the advantage of, well, letting you pick which move you get, and 2, revealing your opponent's moveset.
No wonder they changed it.
Yeah, I can kind of see why they changed it, although it kind of is a shame that, you know... Because, to be fair, there is a lot of strategical things that you could do. Strategical, is that even a word? God damn. I'm off today.
The idea is the important thing, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I meant. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, did I just send out Golbat against a guy using electric types? I think I just did. No, I sent you Magnemite. I'll say that, it's one level lower than me. Yeah, I'm just going to confuse around Bale.
At least in this generation, it's not actually part steel.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if it has an electric type move at this level in Generation 1, so I'm just going to fight it. I know it's got Sonic Boom. And, okay, I did not need to be worried. They're done. That was electric. Don't flatter yourself, dude.
Magnemite are completely and utterly adorable. I love these things.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'll always have a soft spot for it.
Yeah, I mean, I never actually kind of liked Magneton because it was one of those really cheap designed, oh look, it's the same Pokemon but like multiple times, sort of design. And then they came up with Magnezone and it was like...
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, we shouldn't criticize, you know, Generation 1 after all.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, a lot of other generations have it's the same thing, but more of it in.
Oh my god! Did you just get one shot by Leech Life? I mean, granted, you're 4 times weak to it, but still, you should be ashamed.
I completely forgot Poison is weak to Bug in this generation.
Yeah, it is, and so's Grass, which means that this guy's life is going to become very miserable.
Oh boy. Yeah, most of the grass types in Generation 1 were, for some stupid reason, part Poison.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the reason why I didn't want to do a mono grass run, because literally all of them are rendered obsolete by Venusaur, except for Tangler and Exeggutor. And Tangler's just not very good, so...
Yeah.
It would literally just be a Venusaur mono... It'd be a mono Venusaur run up until, literally, the Safari Zone.
Pretty much.
Oh, I've already beaten you. My bad. Sore loser.
I do wonder how they're going to actually handle some of these things in Let's Go, because, honestly, if they said it, they already mentioned that the Alola Forbs are going to be in. So I was just thinking, if I ever do play the Let's Go games, I might have to get myself a completely psychotic Dragon Tree.
Yeah,
Just
to be fair, those have been literally when I, and it pains me to admit this, played Pokemon Go again recently. Well, not that recently, it was months ago. Yeah, it turns out there's a lot of Alolan Exeggutors wandering around Birmingham.
Huh.
And then I just got bored and stopped playing it because it's terrible.
I think I've only seen those in, like, raid battles for some reason.
You know what the funniest thing about Pokemon Go is, like, everyone at work, and believe me when I say this, like, the people at my workplace are not geeks in any capacity whatsoever. They may pretend, some of them may pretend that they are, but that's because they're like Harry Potter, and to me it's like, well, you know, whatever. That's like, it's like, forget it. But yeah, so they're all, yeah, I'm speechless, you can tell, like, you know, you think Harry Potter gives you nerd cred, get out. Unless you've got an account on Pottermore, just get out. Don't even try and go there with that with me. But anyway, as I was saying, so these people are not in any way geeky at all, and they were nuts, going nuts for Pokemon Go. They were so excited. They were more excited than me, like, and I literally...
Because Pokemon Go has a few uses, aside from being used as a bad example for what not to do about a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I have to admit that, you know, in places like where I live, where there's like stops everywhere, it makes a really good excuse to actually go out and take walks.
I suppose that's a point.
It is pretty useful, especially if you're like some of us and you don't actually like going out and taking walks. But you need to.
I mean,
That's actually what dragged my mother into the game, and every once in a while we just sort of head out into the night to go hunt Pokemon. I am actually seriously considering getting a Switch, and depending on how the multiplayer element goes, I might try to drag my mother into the actual Pokemon series through this.
Please do.
It would be interesting.
It will be very interesting. Stop using Sonic Boom on me, you stupid Magneton.
Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom.
Okay, it does have Thundershot, so I'm glad I switched Golbat out. Unfortunately for you, Thundershot doesn't do anything to a grass type, so whatever.
Sonic Boom. God damn it, now it's in my head forever.
Yeah, Magneton just went full Sonic on us, not in a good way.
Too slow.
You are too slow.
So what you're saying, it basically went Sonic 2006?
Pretty much, yeah, it really did for him, because he just got his ass beat. Anyway, as I was saying, so they're all happy and excited for Pokemon Go, and I'm kind of like, just whatever. There's one other guy on my team who's just like, he's like genuinely getting annoyed about people like getting excited. He's like, for God's sake, what is wrong with you people? And I realise, like, I'm like thinking to myself, you know what? This guy's right. Like, get over it, guys. Like, there's been how many Pokemon games that have come out in the last God knows how long, and this is the one that you're excited for, a phone app? Get out. So anyway, the game comes out, and as it happens, I end up stopping. I get rid of it before anybody else does. Me, the Pokemon fan, gets rid of Pokemon Go before any of them. Granted, it wasn't that much time before they got rid of it, because they all got bored eventually as well, because they were just bandwagoners. But, you know, it doesn't change the fact that, you know, I jumped off that whole
yeah, I mean,
ride first.
Can't blame me, to be honest. I mean, it's
Abysmal?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I can't really call it a game. It's just kind of there. Although I will say that I do like the models and the animations. They're kind of... Some of them are kind of really awesome.
Yeah, I mean...
I mean, these are the same models and animations for the games, but still.
I mean, the thing is it's no hyperbole when I know I am kind of big on hyperbole when I'm talking about bad games. Or at least games that are not perfect, I should say.
Yeah.
But with Pokemon Go, it's like, it is not hyperbole to say that when that game first came out, it was borderline unplayable. You could not log in, the catching thing did not work, the ball spinning thing didn't work properly, and the amount of hoops you had to jump through just to get it to work. It's like, how many companies have been stitched up for releasing games in that state? And yet with Pokemon Go, apparently it's fine. Yeah, that's how good my memory is of this game.
I mean, to be fair, let's be perfectly honest. It's very much in line with the Pokemon series in that sense. I mean, look at what we're playing right now!
Yeah,
Although, to be fair, I will say one thing. It's easy to rag on Generation 1 for being a glitchy mess, but it is kind of important to note that the game doesn't crash often. It just executes a lot of really weird unrelated code.
For what it's worth, Pokemon Red is a very durable game. You can mess around with it like in all manner of times, and yet, I mean, that being said, once you start doing item underflow, that it becomes very easy to crash the game by accident. But at that point, you've literally broken the game to pieces. So, you know, yeah, Lonely God, I don't know what you expected to see anything different in this. It's literally just going to be, you know. Put it this way, you've missed absolutely nothing. Okay, I'll tell a lie. You missed Golbat's magnificent tongue. And I'm sure you're gutted to hear that. I didn't even know this light went down. But you know what, that's fine, because we're here. Playing Pokemon Red, and we wouldn't want to be anywhere else anyway, so it's okay. Have I missed any trainers here? I don't even know. We've got some good levels though, so that's fine. I mean, to be fair, like, Lieutenant Surge is not going to be a difficult boss fight. Because Nidoking is just going to smash his face in. I've never won before. Well, sorry mate, but you ain't about to start now. I've never won before. Well, sorry mate, but you ain't about to start now. You know what, I'm not going to leave Rusev Day in against this.
Growlithe looks so not Growlithe in this gen.
Yeah, Growlithe looks very sort of... I don't know. Yeah, Growlithe looks very...
I do love the fact that they're actually... I do love the fact that they actually still call them gamblers in this particular generation.
Yeah, this is...
the EU went crazy.
Yeah.
Gambling is bad, kids. Here, try this loot box.
But you know what? We're leaving the EU, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Gamblers will be back in Let's Go, believe me.
To be fair, it is kind of ridiculous the way, the sort of dumb hoops they jump through to get to those, to get around that, and they call them gamers in one game and PIs in another for some reason.
See, what annoyed me about that is the fact that they ruined the one guy's thing, his battle intro, by changing it. The guy calls himself a rambling gambling dude.
Yep. I'm a gambling, gaming dude. Yeah.
It's like, could you not have just edited the whole thing that he said and put some generic thing there? Because that would have looked way better than what you did.
Yeah, well, you know, they did kind of mostly copy-paste the script and kind of rejects words out.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't know what the hell were they. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, to be perfectly honest. But you know, shrug. I don't know what the hell were they. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, to be perfectly honest.
Where are we going? Here's a... Yeah, there's plenty of things to see that we're missing out on, like,
Orange. A whole lot of orange.
Orange, yeah. This town's been tangoed. So yeah, let's go to SSM because I'll probably end up sorting out my messed up inventory off screen, because nobody wants to see that. So yeah, we're going to go to the SSN and just farm up some more levels. Not that we really need them because Lieutenant Surge is not hard, and I think I'm already a high level than him. So
Lieutenant Sarge.
And not that it matters. Like I could go in like at level like 20 odd, you know, without Thrash on Nidoking and probably still win because he can't damage it. His Pokemon are his only friends. That's kind of sad. And now I'm about to beat the stuffing out of his only friends. I would feel bad, but you know what? You're the one who started this fight, so you know.
Yep.
Sabachi does a decent amount of damage even to, what's that decent? He did 9. It's not really decent.
9.
And there's a... is it Inglorious Bastards Hitler, that?
Might have been.
I think so. I know there's been multiple meme Hitlers that have gone around the internet over the... So we've got Mecha Hitler, Downfall Hitler, and that one.
Yeah. Good grief.
See, I like to imagine that Downfall Hitler and Mecha Hitler are the same guy.
There's some television now.
And like, when you're fighting him in his mech, he's literally ranting in the mech about how mechs didn't exist back then, and it's historically inaccurate.
To be fair, the series kind of has gone even historically inaccurate because it decided to make its own history.
To be fair, like, it's better to not try than to try and get it wrong.
Yeah,
Something
pretty
like
much. I mean, yeah, I kind of feel that, you know, all this, you know, all these AU where the Nazis actually won World War II are like very low-hanging fruit at this point. It's one of the most overused forms of alternate history ever.
Yeah. I will
But,
say,
you know-
I will say though that at least Wolfenstein kind of did it first, as far as games go, at least.
I suppose. And to be perfectly honest, the Wolfenstein games, like the new ones, are actually pretty good. So
Yeah.
I can almost forgive them for recycling that completely derp trope.
Plus, to be fair, if the Nazis lost, then they kind of wouldn't have a game.
I mean, you basically run around dealing with them back in their own setting, back in Wolfenstein, the original. But, you know, guess that they can only do that so many times.
See, eventually they're going to make a Wolfenstein game which is set in the modern era, where you're basically just going around America shooting Trump voters. And then obviously the final boss will be Mecha Trump, because why not?
Trump.
Shout out to any Trump voters watching this stream right now. Ouch, that was a painful horn attack. Yeah, Ivysaur's not going to be doing particularly great for a bit. Until we get Razor Leaf. Once we get Razor Leaf, we're going to be having a good time. Because around that
Yeah,
time...
because in this generation, Razor Leaf was like ridiculously good at critting.
yeah, you pretty much crit every single time you use it.
They nerfed it to all hell in Generation 2, but, you know,
Yeah.
they kind of had to, considering the fact that this is the first grass move that Chikorita learns, and, you know...
Yeah, well, and the less said about Chikorita,
Gen
the
2
better.
really... Yeah, Gen 2 really for Chikorita, and... It's sad, kind
What
of,
is
because...
TMO8?
Oh, 8.
I'm going to have a look at that.
I completely forgot. Hold on a moment.
Body Slam. Can Ivysaur learn that now? Yes, it can. Okay,
Doesn't it get it naturally at some point?
it does, but I want it now.
Okay. And to be perfectly fair, what else are we going to use it on?
There's nothing else that really needs it, to be honest. To be fair, Body Slam is going to stay on the moveset for the rest of the game anyway.
Oh yeah.
So, I may as well get it now whilst... Yeah, because, as I say, I'm not going to teach you anything else. Golbat ain't using it. Nidoking doesn't need it.
Yep.
Tentacruel ain't using it. Weezing ain't using it. And Venomoth and Haunter definitely aren't using it. So,
Now I just kind of picture this really weird hybrid of both. Like a weird ghost moth of death. Then
that'd be
again,
awesome if you could get one, but...
I mean, of course I'd be picturing weird ghost moths of death. This is me, remember?
There we go. You went around the world for those? God, go
Yeah,
back
like-
around the world.
I mean, to be fair, she might not be from anywhere in this general particular region.
Yeah,
Set.
she went around the world for 2 Nidoran. Like, really? That's all you got?
Apparently.
Good job, lady.
Apparently.
Good job.
She wasn't authorized to have anything else.
Ah, clearly. Sakamoto must have caught her halfway around.
Okay, this guy, I would really like it if they decided to conveniently swap him out for Looker in
Oh,
Let's
the
go.
the police dude?
yeah. I'm a Interpol agent, top secret.
You know, I hope they don't, just because of the fact that I don't like Looker.
Okay, someone has to.
Oops, I accidentally spoke to him twice. Hey, look, it's Snorlax. A representation of half the people watching this stream. Just kidding. Nah, you know I love you, really. So, here's a cross-eyed fisherman.
check out what I fished up. It's a Garbine. And it looks really disappointed with its lot in life.
I mean, let's be honest, it's not just the Pokemon sprites that are messed up in this.
Pretty much.
Tentacle, yeah, we can beat Tentacle.
It does really amuse me that Goldeen looks so disappoint-faced in this one.
I mean, to be fair, if you were surrounded by this many bad sprites, wouldn't you look disappointed? Not to mention being released in a game that's supposed to be a fix of a previous game that is still infested with glitches. I'll be disappointed.
This looks like, really, guys? Really?
One thing that amuses me the most about it is the fact that it looks like it's standing on its back.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sure they did that on purpose. Competing against the young keeps me youthful. Okay. Sure. And of course it uses Thunder Wave. Well, on the plus side, it can't do much else to me. Other than just make this take longer than it needs to. Ooh, 3 damage. Welcome back. Do I have a paralyzed heal? You feel young again after that? You just got stomped, dude.
They do that.
No, paralyzed heal. Well, you know what? We don't need a paralyzed heal. Paralyzed heal's for wimps. I can just go back and heal it anytime. It's whatever. Yeah, I know. Stop it. And these are the guys telling you about HMs, which I kind of wish weren't in the game.
Pokemon can't cut a bitch.
I'm pretty sure somebody made the probably now age-old joke saying that if your character was an emo, you wouldn't need the cut HM. And that is the correct response to that joke. Nobody laughing. It's experiencing technical difficulties because Pokemon Red is happening right now and Missing Nose infested the website. So yeah, that's on me, guys. My bad.
Supposedly this is a... Oh dear. Yeah, we're going to need to get data on the case.
No, he should be here right now watching Pokemon Red. There's literally nothing else he could be doing that's more important than this. You ever saw me at the party? Huh. That's because I wasn't there. Yeah, I've got no better jokes than that, I'm sorry. Gotta say, Bite does plenty of damage by itself, so I don't even think I'll be needing Wing Attack. I want you to get it anyway for lack of any other move that could possibly be used on this set. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out. I'm not leaving that in against that. Let's give her a chance. See, the issue with this stream is there's not really any suspense here. I mean, in Alex's stream, you had him getting beaten up by Bayleaf repeatedly. Date's got more by Sigilifts repeatedly. With this, it's just me stomping everybody. No, let's keep...
I think the only time I managed to get myself killed was against Wake, and that was because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I don't... Unless I really, really, really do something very wrong in this, I don't think I'm going to be having too many problems beating this, spoiler alert. I mean, I have beaten Pokemon Yellow without actually evolving any Pokemon, or using any Pokemon that don't have evolved forms, so...
To be fair, you had an Abra in there, didn't you?
I did, which may as well be a fully evolved form for all the intents and purposes, but the point is, it's still, you know...
Huh.
Yeah, big spoiler alert there, it's not like I play this game competitively or anything.
Come to think of it, isn't what's-his-face supposed to appear in the middle of nowhere in, like, at some point?
Who?
On the ship?
Yeah, the rival is on the ship. This battle with him shouldn't be as difficult as the one on the Nugget Bridge, just the fact that Nidoking's got Thrash, which makes it a fair bit easier to deal with his main threat, which is Pidgeotto again.
Because everybody's heard about the bird.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I think level-wise I'm doing a lot better than I was, so I should hopefully have a bit of a level advantage over him as well, which I didn't really have last time. Oh, screw him, just use Thrash. See, this is the problem with my stream, is it's like, it's literally just me stomping all these guys, so I have to like actually try and make commentary that's interesting. At least when I'm not like, you know, breaking the game or anything like that.
Not yet, anyway.
No, not yet. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure when the next glitch actually is. I think it's, No, not yet. I think the earliest I can do the next glitch, which will be Trainer Flies around Celadon. And yeah, there's going to be quite a few things we can do around the Celadon section, including, spoiler alert, skipping the entire game corner. That isn't really so much a glitch, more than a very, very severe oversight.
Pretty much.
I might as well explain it now, because it's not really much of a spoiler. Basically... Oh, I forgot Yellow Shoulder. I'm getting confused here. Normally, you're meant to do the game, beat the Rockets in the game corner in order to get the Silph Scope, which you're supposed to need to get rid of the Marowak Ghost at the top of the Lavender Tower. Except you can just use a Pokédoll. So all you literally need to do is buy a Pokédoll from Celadon Mart, go straight to Lavender Town, go up the tower, use the Pokédoll on the Marowak at the end, and you basically just win the whole thing. So at no point do you ever actually have to beat Giovanni in the game corner. Technically you don't even have to go in there at all, but we will be going in there to get Abra. And to be fair, once I've done, I will be demonstrating the glitch, but I will then be going straight back into the game corner to clear it out, so. Because, you know, experience, items, etc. But in pretty much every single speedrun you'll ever see of this game, nobody does the game corner. Like, it's skipped in pretty much every single run.
To be fair, the game corner is kind of irritating. Just
It is very long.
Those stupid swirly puzzle floors.
Yeah, like I said, I've got a pretty good memory.
That is a fair description of Gen 1.
Nope, there's only trash here.
Yep. I'll say that it's there's generations I liked much less than this one.
Well, yeah, naturally, but it's just kind of... It's one of those things where, yeah, again, kind of a low-hanging the joke front, but it works.
He throws a great ball in the trash. Well, to be honest, the same guy who throws copies of Pokemon X and Y in the trash, because that's what's in the other two bins. Yeah, I went there, I don't even care. Gen 6 can go away. I mean, I say that, I've still got my copies of the Gen 6 games. But, you know, I've still got my copy of Metroid Other M, and I still have Daikatana, so, you know, it's not exactly like, you know... It doesn't speak for their quality, let's just say that. More lack thereof.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
It actually looks like it has little arms here.
That's called. Will I get a 4-turn Thrash? Yes, I do. Get in. You see, normally in the current generations, these constant attacking moves like Thrash, Outrage, etc., they go on for between 2 and 3 turns. But in Generation 1, they can go on between 2 and 4, I believe it is. So, yeah, they're a little bit better in this than they are in the... I mean, granted, Thrash's power is not as high in this as it was in the current generations. I think his power in this is 90, whereas in current generations it's 120. But Thrash is very, very strong in this. It is... I mean, eventually it becomes rather overshadowed, but the keyword there is eventually. It does take a while for it to kind of lose its luster. And I've just left John Cena in against this guy, so it's a bit of pain. You should remember to like actually switch around the people. To be fair, like Nidoking is going to be pretty much carrying the. Oh no, I didn't. Neat, sweet. Nidoking is going to be carrying the Lieutenant Surge fight because Thunderbolt doesn't work on him. So yeah, spoiler alert: Lieutenant Surge is not going to be that difficult. Short of a complete disaster, which I can't imagine happening. I think like the strongest move he can use against me is like Quick Attack or Swift or something. Maybe Sonic Boom, but you know, using bad games against me is not going to work. People have already tried that.
To be fair, could be worse. Could know Phantasy Star Universe.
Ooh, yeah, that would be brutal. Get Ethan Weber in there. Worst video game protagonist of all time. I don't even think that's hyperbole either. I think... I mean, I'll be honest, like, I don't have much patience when it comes to annoying characters, but, like, he literally, like, made me hate him the moment I started playing as him. I think that's a record.
Yeah, he has absolutely no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I was kind of like hoping that the other characters would at least have redeeming qualities, but they didn't either. They were just as bad as him.
To be fair, Phantasy Star Universe was supposed to be played as an MMO, the single-player experience. I don't know why they did the single-player campaign there at all, because it's really awful.
Yeah, it is. I mean...
I do find it kind of hilarious that they kind of did... They went through all this effort to make it look like an anime, but they made it into a bad anime.
It just made it into a really bad anime. It was...
Honestly, I think the only game that I've actually ever played which tried to actually do the whole, you know...
In the next episode, we do this stupid shit.
You know, sort of thing. The only game I think that I ever saw that did it well might have been Asura's Wrath, and even that did it really weirdly.
Yeah, I've heard
very mixed things. Asura's Wrath is weird in general.
Yeah, I've heard very mixed things about Asura's Wrath. I've heard some people say it's really good, and other people say they're not so fond of it. What's TM44 again? I can't remember. Let's have a look. Oh, it's Ray.
Which game? Oh, yeah.
Get that. Wait, have I got... Wow, we're on Max Potion already. Well, we're not going to use that. I was hoping I'd be able to heal myself, but... I guess I just have to wait. You know what? It makes more suspense to do it this way. I mean, you know... There's not much point in me playing it safe, really. Yeah, there is no steel types. There's ghosts, but... You know. You can kind of see them coming. And you don't see them very often in this game either. It's literally just Ghastly and Ghastly. Can one shot with bite? Yes, I can.
Go. Golbat. Nail.
We need more of him on this stream, Super Kamiguru. Is Ghastly only goes to Gen 1? Yes, it is. And Generation 2 did so much to add to that. They added a grand, massive total of 1 ghost.
At least this one was pure ghost.
Yeah.
Although, unfortunately, Drevis wasn't exactly the most amazing stat ways.
Yeah,
Although I
Mischievous
always
was
did.
bad.
I always loved the thing though. Something about its design just kind of works, and yeah. And then Generation 4 happened and created Mismagius, which is just the most murderous thing in the universe.
Oh yeah, I actually made someone rage quit with Mismagius, and I was so proud.
Mismagius is amazing. Yes.
It was the funniest rage quit ever as well. Well, I say funniest rage quit. It probably isn't the funniest rage quit ever, but for me it was. I don't often make people rage quit, even when I'm trying. But yeah, I took might as well tell the story now. Took it online, doubles team, and I had Mismagius on there. And I was against an Azumarill and something else. I can't remember what the something else was. It didn't matter because it didn't factor into it anyway. It's probably Garchomp because, you know, everybody loves Garchomp in doubles. So yeah, his plan was to use Belly Drum in doubles, which any sensible person will tell you is not a good thing to do. Because you can just get double teamed and killed. But luckily against this guy, I didn't need to do that because I just fired an Energy Ball at his Azumarill. So that when it got hit and then used Citrus Berry to heal itself, it brought it back up to 49% health. So then when he tried to use Belly Drum on that turn and it failed, immediate rage quit. He pulled that plug faster than his, well... Let's just say he pulled his... forget it. I was going to make a rather indecent joke, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be trying to keep this PG, and I'm doing a very bad job. So I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. So yeah, Mismagius making idiots rage quit online, everybody. Apparently I wasn't the first ghost to cause somebody to rage quit with an Energy Ball either. Just Google Energy Ball Jellicent and Smogon and you'll find some pretty awesome stuff. I'm gonna go back.
I think I've heard about that.
Yeah, he beat this mod guy on one of the servers with an Energy Ball Jellicent, and then the mod went batshit crazy and banned everybody. Because, you know, that's how people on Smogon deal with being defeated in Pokemon battles.
Pretty much.
Shout outs to all Smogon members watching the stream right now. I love you, really. Okay, I love some of you. You know,
I'm trying to remember what's the stupidest thing I've ever run into, and I think that to this day, probably the stupidest thing I've ever run into in any form of Pokemon battle was this person who, for some reason, thought that it would be a good idea to leave a Black Hurim out against a Mega Mawile.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was just thinking, like, there is no possible scenario I can think of where that is a good idea.
Yep.
And
like, when the inevitable happened, they just kind of rage.
Well, it's like, what would you... I would generally wonder. I mean, yeah, I will give Smogon one thing. I'm going to come clean about Smogon now because it sounds, you know, that's kind of, you know... Smogon's... The Smogon members I've met in real life, and I have met quite a few, are probably the nice, outside of Charms, obviously, the nicest members of the community I've ever met. All really awesome people. Really good battlers as well, but first and foremost, some of the coolest guys I've met in the community as a whole. And the website itself is very good as a guide for showing you sort of getting you into competitive battling, learning, you know, what things you want to be looking at and stuff like that. It's just, there's a select, I won't even say a loud minority is the best way to describe it, because they're not really a minority, there's quite a lot of them. There's just a lot of loud individuals who basically end up ruining it for everybody else. And I don't need to tell you exactly who those people... You already know who they are. To me, it's kind of sad that, you know, people look at Smogon and kind of judge the community off of those people instead of, you know, the overall more skilled players that are there who are actually, you know, decent people. So, yeah. That's Smogon in a nutshell. I probably should have saved before I fought this guy. Oh, who am I kidding? Right, okay. Let's see what you've got this time. Besides a new battle pose. And for the record, his name is pronounced Dumas. Don't forget that. It's a PG stream, people. Right, I'm just going to thrash his Pidgeotto and hopefully just get rid of it. Yep, done in one hit. No, I'm going to stay in. Kadabra. Yeah, I'm going to switch. Because this thing can actually hurt me. See, you say that, but I'm only allowed to fit in 7 letters. Or he could just use teleport and get himself killed. That works too. We'll change. I'm thinking Thrash might still do more damage than Bubble Beam would do. You know what, I'm going to check my stats, because I don't actually know what this guy's stats are. Special's 53, attack 63, No, I think it's going to be about the same. No, let's see. Ooh, are you going to hit me? You're actually going to use a move? Hey! He hit me and did 6 damage. Woo! That's our rival, everybody. That's literally the only successful attack he pulled off.
A scratch.
1 scratch.
I'm just picturing that Charmeleon actually being like a drag queen. It's like, oh, get her, I'll scratch your eyes out.
That's what he was doing.
RuPaul's Charmeleon Racing.
Mm-hmm. Right then, let's get cut. I had a feeling my bag would be too full. Right, you know what, let's just use this. There we go. Now I've got to go through all that dialogue again. Yeah, you do have limited bag space in this game, which is just great.
Yeah. Although you can store items in the PC.
Yeah, you can, thankfully. And we probably will be doing that quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because as it happens, there's quite a few key items that end up clogging up your inventory that end up being completely worthless after a certain point.
It does that for some reason.
Yeah, one of those includes the SS ticket we used to get onto this ship, which is going to sail away as soon as we get off. But it's fine, because if the there is a glitch that allows me to bring the ship back. So... I mean, theoretically, all you would have to do is just let yourself be beaten, and technically the SS sound stays there forever, even after you get cut. So all you got to do is leave one of the trainers still standing, get cut, let yourself be beaten, it just teleports you back to the Pokemon Center. But, you know, we don't lose. We don't lose in this game. You know, losing is for losers, so we're going to get back on the ship without losing, because we're better than that. We are above that. You know, when that guy told me, oh yeah, I found out a way of making the boat stay there. I wasn't like saying, oh well done, you found something pretty awesome. I was like, yeah, you lost, you suck, get out of here. Your Pokemon cred just went down the toilet. Excuse me. I'm just thinking. I could get the bicycle, but I'm going to do that later. What I'm going to do now is perform a rather blatant rule violation. Well, I say that, I'm going to catch a Spearow.
Burp.
I know people can be like, oh my god, but Spearow's not a poison type. And it's going to sound exactly like that when I say it too. I'm catching its trade for Farfetch'd, and Farfetch'd is basically going to be a HM slave. Slazzle's awesome.
It is. It really is. It's definitely one of my favorite Alola Pokemon, to be perfectly honest. I mean, Alola did introduce a whole lot of Pokemon I do like. I mean, let me actually take a look at what actually got released, because there's a lot of things I've actually really appreciated about this generation. Aside from, whatever Ultra Beasts that are kind of there, because, legendaries don't really count. Yeah, this is the generation that got us, Salazzle and, Lycanroc, and Lurantis, and, obviously, Golisopod, which I absolutely freaking love. Mimikyu, Delmize.
We got a lot of good stuff out of Gen 7.
We got a hell of a lot of good stuff out of Gen 7.
I just wish making a team on there for competitive wasn't like about as fun as getting kicked in the face by a horse.
I also wish that they kind of did some scrambling of the stats on the starters, because,
Yeah, that was really lame.
Fly is awesome, but it's way too slow. It should have been a lot faster to be really useful.
My issue with it was more the fact that all three of them basically functioned very similar to each other, except for Incineroar, which actually ended up being really good.
I like Incineroar. I have to admit, I didn't expect to like it as much as I ended up liking it in the end. I remember when the starters first leaked, like, ages ago, I was really, why is this a thing? Why did they do another bipedal fire type thing? And, then we saw the animations, and it was like, this bastard has so much personality, I cannot stay mad at it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it is a heal wrestler with, like, a fire dark typing and everything.
Yeah, it's. I think they deliberately made it look like firefighting to fake people out.
Yeah, they probably have, because they are trolls like that.
I've just realised, I don't have many moves that are actually weak enough to not just absolutely murder this thing, so I'm going to switch to Ivysaur and poison it. Should be sufficient to then catch it and grab a Farfetch. Nintendo loves trolling people. I mean, look what they did with King K. Rool in Smash.
Oh god, I loved that. It was the best reveal for a character since Ridley, actually.
Yeah. Use Leech Seed just to get a bit of extra damage off. But yeah, absolutely amazing. What kind of makes it more funny for me is the fact that Sakurai voices DDD. There we go. So now we have caught Spearow, which is great. And now we're gonna. So yeah, Sakurai himself was basically trolling the people, in person, more or less. And then he got pimp slapped by K. Rool. I have to say though, I do kind of feel like the Ridley reveal was almost like an apology for other anime.
It definitely had that particular feeling, especially because of the way Samus looks like when she sees Ridley again.
She's like, oh, here we go.
But, oh, you again, of all things. And here I was thinking I'm going to have a nice, quiet day for just one day!
Yeah. I like the fact that it like happens inside. It almost looks like it happens inside the same room where Kylo Ren stabs Han Solo in The Force Awakens.
Kind of, yeah.
Right, so we caught that Spearow for one particular reason, and that's to give it to this girl.
Ducks. Or is it Dukes? I'm not quite sure.
Here we go. Chiding.
Yep, definitely. That is actually one of the most hilarious. That is actually a hilarious thing about when you take into account the fact that most of the big villain types are in Nintendo games. That is, most of them are not exactly all that awful. I mean, basically, DDD just kind of steals food every once in a while and does stupid things, but not exactly does anything evil. K. Rool is
and
a
I
thing.
hope that you got that.
All right, they did call it Chiding in one of the
In Fire Red, yeah.
yeah, and instead of just ducks.
And I'm glad that you got that. Right then, so now, so Farfetch'd is actually here for a reason. It learns Cut.
Yep.
It also learns Fly.
Because the
So
ducks are
Farfetch'd is
really
actually going to be useful here for getting a strong place to place. You're not going to keep
Indeed.
Samizak on there. Let's get rid of Lear. It doesn't really matter what moves we get rid, because, as I say, I'm not actually allowed to send out Farfetch'd in any battle.
Oh yeah, naturally.
If I do, it's an automatic loss, so...
What was I even on about? Oh, right, yes. So yeah, I had K. Rool being, well, he just kind of steals bananas. That's his whole thing.
Yeah.
And Bowser. I'm pretty sure that at this point, it's pretty obvious that they're all friends over there in the Mario world.
Yeah, I think, because, I mean, even K. Rool's kind of had that sort of dynamic with
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong to some degree. I think Ridley's the only one who hasn't ever. Well,
Exactly.
I suppose Ganondorf as well.
Yeah, Ganondorf is also kind of terrible, but the only, real Nintendo villain that's actually like a freaking villainous, unapologetic bastard is Ridley. I mean, this
Pretty
is
much, yeah.
I mean, this is the Aerodactyl knockoff who just kind of murdered an entire colony of things, including Samus's own parents, right in front of her eyes. And, yeah, I mean, basically, that's the thing. I don't really get why she was all like, in Other M, because...
But she's already
basically-
beaten his face in, like, multiple times prior to that point.
Exactly, and at this point, Samus actually actively loathes Ridley for obvious reasons. So it's like,
Yeah.
why would she be terrified? She'd be pissed off. This is Samus we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I could, like, understand, like, if, like, she was, like, completely overcome with rage, that she ends up fighting really sloppily, and then he takes advantage of that and beats her down. And that's why she has to be saved, because she's just blinded by rage. But
I think she's mostly just terrified of the fact that, really, of all the things that... I mean, he was a Furby. A fucking Furby. Swearjaw.
Swearjaw.
It's like... Seriously? How did I not... It's just... What is wrong with this game?
Everything.
Yes,
Everything is
exactly.
wrong with Metroid Other M, and I can't believe I'm even discussing it again on this stream.
I know, right?
It always goes
To be
back
honest-
to that stupid game.
Yeah. It's either that or Daikatana, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, but at least Daikatana's funny, and Daikatana at least only screwed over the person who made it.
Yep.
You know,
Daikatana,
Other M
yeah.
ended up screwing over its entire franchise and ruining my childhood, so, At least Daikatana ended up screwing itself. And the company that made it, but, to be fair, like, they were going to screw themselves one way or another. The sheer nepotism that was going on in Ironstorm at that time was just ridiculous, so... Yeah, even down to the giant penis-shaped skyscraper, which I'll always mention because it's funny.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Golbat's really putting the work in. Like I said, I know how to play this game, okay?
And now comes the most trash puzzle in the entire series.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh yeah, by the way, this puzzle is actually glitched, ladies and gentlemen. Would you believe? Because sometimes, there is a certain way of predicting where the second switch will actually be in some of these trash rooms. I can't remember exactly how you do it, so it's just going to be me just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks with this puzzle. but certain combinations actually make it so that there isn't actually a second button. So no matter what you pick, you will choose wrong, and you'll have to do it again.
What a masterpiece of coding.
Yeah, it's great. Absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna what am I doing? I'm not gonna. What I used to do when I was younger is I basically like save after I found the first bin and then just keep resetting until I found the second one. But I'm not gonna do that here because that's just gonna make it take longer. So, right, let's. Are you serious? Ah, you. Are you serious? Ah, that would have been so good if I got that first time. But then again, it's as stated, this is a buggy puzzle, so you know there are certain combinations where there just isn't a second switch. I can't remember if that's one of them. I can't remember exactly how this works at all. So you know, is it back in that same bin again? No, it isn't. Of course, it's the last one I end up checking. Right, this one? No. So I'm not actually sure if it's if it can be like the same bin that has the first switch in. So yeah, you will have to bear with me whilst I try and, you know. I mean, it is just a stupid guessing game anyway, because, you know, the people at Game Freak are so uncreative. Let's take a gamble. No. Right, you can let me do this time? No. That's the problem with the ones that are there, because you've got literally a 25% chance of guessing correctly. That's the problem with the ones that are there, because you've got a 25% chance of guessing correctly. Oh, for God's sake. You know, I really liked Gunpei Yokoi. I thought he was awesome, even though he made the Virtual Boy. But what I will say is, whoever made this puzzle, I wish they got hit by the car instead. I don't even care. Like, I know that's not a pleasant joke to make, but fuck him. Whoever made this puzzle, just die. Please die. Die tomorrow. You'd do me a favour. I know you're not watching this stream, but in the event you are, like, the nicest thing you could do for humanity is just kill yourself now. I know people are going to be like, that's not a very nice thing to say. It's like, well, you know, that's what you get when you're watching my stream. I don't say nice things. You know what, I'm actually just going to do the reset thing now because I'm getting sick to death of this.
This is a really irritating puzzle.
It's not even a puzzle!
Yes, exactly.
It's literally just pure luck. So we just wasted God knows how long doing that for no reason.
I'm not sure what exactly they were snorting with this, but snort.
Snort. You know what, Surge? Now I'm mad. I'm not even going to hold back on you. Yeah, they ain't going to save you from this war. Remember in the anime where he was like 10 feet tall?
Yep.
For like absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Yep.
And he said like some dumb hockey jock or something like that.
Kind of like that. And all he had was a Raichu.
Yeah.
Although it was for some reason a really murderous Raichu.
Yeah. Makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, well. Insert Guile theme here.
Yeah, that ain't gonna save him.
Since he's obviously trying to be... Emphasis on trying.
That could stop the thrashing a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull that back out.
Raichu looks so weird in this game.
Yeah, he looks very fat and deformed.
It doesn't really look like Raichu all that much. Just kind of.
Oh, really paralysis. Are you gonna waste a turn using that? Okay. I mean, to be fair, he can't really damage me that much, so.
X speed.
Until he crits, because, you know, of course. You know what? I'm going to try and stay in and do Leech Seed and then switch Nidoking back in. There we go.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Like, what is this Raichu even doing? What are you doing?
There's not much he can do at this stage, to be honest with you, because he can't really damage Nidoking at all. So, yeah, Thunderbolt doesn't work. Go away.
And there's another growl.
Get dunked on. Get out.
Kind of hilarious.
That's what you get for the stupid rubbish bin thing. Get out of here. That's what you get for the stupid rubbish bin.
Thundershock and Thunderbolt. Good grief, it's like this team was designed by a noob.
Well, that's what he gets for... That's why the bins are there, because he knows that if anybody actually gets to him, they're just going to smash his face in. Don't speak to me like that. You just put me through hell.
To be fair, he is quite a bit like the rest of his gym. Complete garbage.
Pretty much. Okay, there, I've made room in the pack. Just give me the stupid TM. I'll damn sure we'll use it better than you ever did. Yeah, as someone who's used Raichu competitively quite often, I'm kind of ashamed of how poorly he used his.
I know, right?
He offends me on so many levels. I used to like you, Lieutenant Surge, and now you've just... It's over, man. Oh yeah, by the way, our Electric type is going to learn... our Ground type is going to learn Electric type move, you know.
Yep, because this is...
Because, you know, it's... Dig is, you know... Can't be learned. We get rid of... Get rid of... I'm gonna get rid of
the horn with the horn.
I might as well get rid of Horn Attack because I mean, Poison Sting can still poison things.
And yeah, you know, and honestly, when you've got Thrash, who needs Horn Attack?
Exactly, yeah. Like Horn Attack's very obsolete at this stage, so Thunderbolt can help. I mean, we're not going to be teaching Thunderbolt to anything else really. Like maybe Haunter if we end up picking it, or Weezing or something like that. But even then, like. It's hardly necessary. I'm going to save
Pretty
now.
much, yeah.
There's still quite a few things that we need to do, and one of the things I'm going to do whilst I'm here is sort out my inventory, because this is starting to get a bit grating now. Bear with me. What don't we need? Right, TM34 is Bide, which is just complete trash. So I'm probably going to end up selling quite a few of these TMs that I know I'm not going to use. I'm not buying things. I want to sell things. So yeah, it's 1,000. TM1, I think that's Mega Punch. Actually, I better check what these actually are before I start giving these to him. TM1, I'm pretty sure is Mega Punch. Yeah, it is. Useless. TM04, I believe is Mega Kick. No, it's Whirlwind. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, TM45, Thunder Wave. Don't really need it. TM19, Seismic Toss. That might not actually be too bad, so I'm going to keep that just in case. But at least now we know we can get rid of TM1 for 45, I guess, concern, whatever. Right. Yeah, if I could press the right button, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's how much Whirlwind is worth. He gives you 500 for it because he knows it's a terrible move. And in this generation, it really is bad. Dig, we'll keep Dig because whatever. Yeah, I can get rid of the rest. So I'm not sure if Dig will actually end up being useful on something eventually. Actually, I'm pretty sure it won't. Whatever. Let's buy a super. What else can we sell that we don't need? I'm pretty sure I've got a nugget in here. Yeah, I do. We get rid of the moonstone, we don't need that. Sell those. I don't even know why I've still got that antidote, because I can't be poisoned, I've just realised. Because my entire team is poison types.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything I need to... No. So yeah, by the time we reach the next town, there's no point. I don't need to catch anything else at this point. So yeah, by the time we reach the next... Alright, so now we've sorted out our inventory, we can save the game and actually make some progress.
Pretty much.
There's still a few things left that we can do here. One of which is going to be me getting the bicycle.
Bicycles.
Which, for me in real life, would be absolutely worthless because I could not ride a bike to save my life. In fact, it probably would actually kill me. I'd probably just end up falling into the path of like a speeding bus or something. He's collected over 100 Pokemon, yet he's very fussy about them. Yeah,
and
sure, guy.
Really, really, really. His Rapidash.
Mm-hmm.
Effing bronies.
Yeah, this guy was like the original Brony, so...
Basically.
You know, he was like years, literal decades ahead of the times.
Really much.
Alright, so I got the Pokemon Catcher. Can't ride a bike. No, I can't. And I have no intention of ever learning how to because, you know, I actually like being alive. So, I'm going to go all the way back to Cerulean City and grab the bike. Which, unfortunately, we can't bind to a button in this game because it's old and rubbish.
Yep.
So, in a way, using the bike really isn't that much quicker than just walking everywhere. What is this? Is this shooting me anything? Yeah, I mean, if we ever caught 30 Pokemon, we get the Ice Finder. We're probably not even going to come anywhere close to that in this run. And to be honest with you, the Item Finder doesn't really give you much of anything that you can't just get anyway through other means, so it's fine.
There is one item I think that you actually absolutely do need to get through the thing.
With the item,
Not the item.
yeah,
finder,
you have to catch 10 Pokemon to get Flash. Have I even got 10? I think no, I've got 9. Oh, I'll just catch something else later. It's fine.
And evolutions do count. So once Ivysaur.
Yeah, that involves us getting Venusaur before Rock Tunnel, which is literally the next place we're going to be going to. Which is a bit optimistic, but it's fine. I'll catch something else. Spike Shot, okay. So now we've got the bicycle, which somehow fits inside a backpack. I know they say it's collapsible, but for God's sake, he's 10. How is he carrying it around on his back?
How does Gohan carry the entire Cell Saga? Some things you just can't answer.
Yeah, and he didn't carry much else after that, to be fair.
To be fair, yeah.
Oh, to be fair, in the Dragon Ball Super manga, he actually ends up being pretty awesome, so...
Nice.
I mean, I don't know how much anybody has watched Dragon Ball Super, but, yeah, he goes on one-on-one with Super Saiyan Kefla and, like, pretty much beats her.
Nice.
And in the anime, it took Ultra Instinct Goku to beat her, so... yeah, manga Gohan's actually pretty awesome.
Kind of a shame they haven't really done much with him, but I guess, he's, well, yeah. He's Gohan.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of... I get the direction, like, obviously he doesn't like fighting, so it's not something he focuses on, but, he had some pretty awesome moments in the Tournament of Power in the anime as well, like... It's usually involving him teaming with Frieza of all people, which is hilarious to think about.
It really, really is. To be fair, the whole thing with Frieza in Super is kind of hilarious.
Yeah. It's kind of, I think it's just the amusing fact that it's like, it turns out that he actually can be a very good teammate when he wants to be.
Yeah, it's the when he wants to be part that's really the thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it makes it fits his character because obviously, you know, there is a selfish benefit for him to, you know, work with these people, i.e., you know, being brought back to life.
Pretty much, yeah.
What am I doing now? Right, so we've got the bike. I'm going to catch something else whilst I'm here. Yeah, I did. Right, I'm going to catch one other thing so we can get the Flash TM. HM, sorry.
Flash!
And it's not going to be Spearow because we already have it.
Do we even have balls at this point?
I just realised I do need to catch something that can actually use Flash.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I
think Drowsy gets it.
Gets Flash in this generation. Not Adobe Flash, seriously.
Yeah, I don't want that. That might make the game crash even more.
I know, right?
Probably give the game viruses as well.
What learns that stupid thing in this generation?
I'm just cooking some birds. It's fine.
Agreed. Things that actually learn this by level these days.
Level 28, nice.
Let's see. What gets Flash in this generation? Pikachu, the Clefline, the Jiggly line, fairies for some reason are flashy. Venonat,
does Drowsy get it?
Drowsy, hold on. Yes.
Sweet.
The Aberline, Slowpoke, Magnemite, Drowsy, Voltorb.
Well, in that case, I'm going to catch this Drowsy.
Chansey, Staryu, Mr. Mime for some reason, Buzz obviously, Jolteon, Porygon, and yeah, Zapdos, Mewtwo, Mew, which is kind of hilarious. The mental image of using a mighty legendary Pokemon for being a glorified lamp is just kind of a hilarious notion to me.
So I was actually going to use Farfetch to weaken this guy, but I'm not allowed to send him out, which is kind of a pain.
Okay.
Because all my other Pokemon are way too overleveled to be trying to weaken this guy with. And he's just pounding me. Alright, is that enough to catch him? Probably not. But we're going to try. Yeah, didn't think so. Actually, that works out not too bad for me because that lets me skip a whole bunch of turns waiting for this guy to get weakened.
This is going to be a death by 1,000 cuts.
Well, captured by 1,000 cuts because I can't really risk using a move on him that's an offensive move because it probably will just one-shot him. So,
oh yeah,
this is what we've got. Hopefully it works.
Kind of like Drowsy. Hypno is kind of stupid looking, but Drowsy being a weird tapir thing is kind of glorious.
See, I like Drowsy.
Yeah. To be fair, I've actually seen and drawn a few nifty interpretations of Hypno, but Drowsy is still by far the better design.
It's just something, I don't know, it's just something appealing about him.
Yep.
Right, let's try again. There we go. So now we have Drowsy. And he won't be doing much of anything, to be honest. He's literally going to be using Flash in Rock Tunnel and then going away forever. And probably dying to poison before we get to the Pokemon Center. Called it.
Okay. Stupid thing to learn, like Strength or something. Nope, just Flash. That's hilarious.
I mean, Flash isn't a terrible move.
It's just completely and utterly pointless.
Yeah, it's just not good. I mean, we've still got 20 minutes left, so you know we might as well just wrap up our business here.
Yep.
I mean, I would say we've pretty much seen the most interesting part of this episode, but let's be honest, there wasn't really a whole lot to see. It was literally just me stomping the entire Vermilion City under my boot.
Pretty much. Just body slamming the heck out of everything.
Pretty
with
much.
an angry Venusaur.
Right,
And
yeah, I
the
think we'll leave
occasional-
Golbat out.
Yeah, that's the Diglett Cave or Diglett Tunnel, not to be confused
And
with
of course, the
Diglett.
first thing I find is this guy. And he's level 31. Jesus.
Of course, there's a Dugtrio.
Did I just accidentally use Supersonic on him? Yeah, I did. And it hit. Nice. To be fair, Dig's not going to hurt me, so that's alright.
It's kind of a hilarious thing when you see what just happened here, because you know it's like this thing is growling and this thing is doing a supersonic scream, so it's like
Oh, that might sting.
I'm just picturing a bat and like this freaking boy band of moles just kind of yelling at each other.
Pretty much. I mean, to be fair, he might give me a decent amount of experience if I beat him. Which I will do now because he's stupid. Bye. Yeah, 677, that's not too bad. Right, so yeah, obviously we can come back to Pewter City and get the old Amber if we were so inclined, but obviously that's going to be worthless in this run, so... also there's this guy at the back who, if you did catch Abra before, you can trade it for Mr. Mime. Which actually isn't that bad of a deal. Mostly the fact that you can just get another Abra quite easily from the game corner. And to be honest, if you can beat the game with Abra, then you're definitely going to beat the game with Mr. Mime. So now this guy can give us Flash. Thanks to the Drowsy that we caught. And there we go. So yeah, we can get through Rock Tunnel. Of course, if you want to beat Rock Tunnel fast, the best thing to do is don't get Flash because it takes longer, and then just invert the color scheme.
Huh.
And then Rock Tunnel goes from being ridiculously dark to blindingly bright. But it still becomes a little bit easier to see where you're going. It's not much easier, but it's easier. Yeah, I'm just going to stuff Rusev with HP ups, because let's be honest, Venusaur likes having more HP.
It does.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back through Diglett's Cave, which is the quickest way to get back to where we were.
Can you dig it?
I mean, theoretically, we could catch a Diglett, and then so at least then we've got something that actually can dig us out of cows, but it's kind of unnecessary. We don't really need it. We've already got 2 escape ropes, and that should be all we ever need. So, there you go.
Indeed.
Bicycle. And off we go. And now I'm probably just going to get absolutely molested by... Oh, for God's sake! Why are you back?
3 moles per liter.
Just leave me alone.
Coming up next, it's 3 Dugtrio. It's 3 Diglett for the price of 1. From the Generation 1 designs.
Yeah, so this is how you evolve Pokemon in Generation 1. Just add more of them and make them angry.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this generation definitely
Oh, I
had
forgot to
a
get Sand Attack.
whole lot of more of those not that other generations didn't have their own. I mean, Generation 6 added a few of those too, which was... I have to admit, the Blade was kind of disappointing when I first saw it. It was like, I honestly expected them to get over this nonsense, but...
They'll never get over it. It's going to be the way things are forever, for as long as this franchise exists.
That's the weird thing. I mean, sometimes they do kind of go for, like, you know, okay, lore-ways, this Pokemon is the same Pokemon, but, you know, kind of compounded. But then it kind of changes shape. You know, stuff like, you know, the Metagross line, which is basically supposed to be a bunch of fusions. But... I don't know. At least it's something, not just 2 of the same thing or 3 of the same thing. Sometimes they just do really silly things, like Barbaracle, which is one of the most hilarious things in this particular set of generations to me. Just something about that particularly stupid design is just...
someone had to be on drugs when they made that.
Yep.
Someone had to be on drugs when they made that. Man, we're just getting absolutely accosted by moles right now. I would like to point out that Diglett is a very creative design. You know, I mean, if you want, like, you know, really intricate designs for, like, anything, just look no further than Diglett. You know, literally just being a lump with a face on it.
Yep. And then the Alola form happens, and...
They gave it hair, yeah.
It wears a wig, made of metal.
See, I actually like Alolan Diglett, just the fact that it doesn't really have the wig, it just has that little tuft coming out the top.
Yep. Alola Dugtrio cracks me up because, you know, literal hair metal.
Yeah.
Just picturing it belting along to Van Halen or something.
Pretty much. Right, is there anything else
It is either the 80s condensed or Hanson.
I don't think there is. Right, so now we're going to start making our way to Rocktunnel. So yeah, Rocktunnel is going to be what stands between us and the more interesting parts of the game. Because once we get to Celadon and Saffron and all that, that's when, you know, this game kind of starts to...
unravel, as they say.
For lack of a better term, yeah, it starts to unravel, you know, the whole... Because, again, skipping the game corner, we're going to be doing Trainer Flight at that point as well. And then once we get Surf, everything just, you know, gets crazy.
Yep.
So Surf causes a lot of problems in this game.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh yeah. And indeed, one of the glitches does in fact involve a boat. A pretty big boat.
But is it a nice boat?
Oh, it's a nice boat, alright. You'll lose your head over it. Shout out to School Days, the worst anime I've ever seen in my life. I will be honest, like, I'm just gonna make something known. Going back to my point where, you know, I spat a lot of hyperbole about things that I don't like, about how, you know, bad things are, and sometimes it's not hyperbole, sometimes it really does deserve it. School Days is so terrible, it actually put me off anime for literal years. In fact, I've never really looked at anime the same way ever since. It put me off it for pretty much indefinitely. And that's not an exaggeration either. Like, I used to enjoy anime quite a bit. Then I watched that and I was like, I can't watch this stuff anymore. It's been forever tarnished. And then I found out through other sources that there are worse things out there than this. There are worse animes out there than this. And it's like, that made me realise, it's like, when video games mess up, it's quite funny usually. When films mess up, you just kind of facepalm. When anime messes up, it traumatises you. It does something to you and you can't ever get it back. It kills part of your inside. That is a level of fail that is like unprecedented. It doesn't get any... There's no turning back. That was a mistake. I won't go that far. I mean... Dragon Ball's been like a major part of my life. you know. But there are a lot of anime series out there that really are mistakes, and
oh yeah, there is definitely a very vast number of really terrible anime. There's also a lot of good anime, but it's kind of buried under all the terrible anime.
yeah, it's at this point it's kind of like you're kind of digging through a big mound of crap to try and find gold nuggets. And for me personally, I just don't think it's worth it. I just realised we are literally just 4 levels away from Venusaur, which is awesome.
Really, really is.
So again, Venusaur actually very early in this. I believe that's teleport. I like this guy. He's Canadian.
He didn't actually say that way. Basically, it's a meme that's based on something he actually said, which is, he said something completely different, basically. What he said was that, I'm trying to remember the exact phrasing. I should find this particular line. Yeah, basically what he said was that he had this really big... It was Miyazaki, obviously.
Yeah.
And he had something to say about, you know, the whole problem with a lot of anime is that, you know... He said that essentially...
Is he hitting on me? That's just weird.
Basically, his particular approach to creating characters and, you know, films or whatever is that, you know, his characters are somewhat kind of vaguely realistic, even in his fantasy settings.
Yeah.
And basically what he said was that, you know, if you don't spend any time actually watching what real people are like and what people interact like, then you can't write characters like that because you've never seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
And almost all anime these days, they basically say, he says, that is produced with hardly any basis from observing real people. It's produced by humans who can't stand looking at other humans, so that's why the industry...
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, a lot of the, and it's really setting a very bad example, I think. Because...
Kind of.
It's kind of like, it reminds me of the fashion magazines that say to women, you need to look a certain way, you need to dress a certain way, you need to act a certain way, etc., whatever. And then you got all these otaku nerds who really want, like, the ultimate anime lifestyle where everything pans out, and it's like, that's never gonna happen.
Yep, exactly. And because the industry is so full of the same sort of people, then you basically get a whole lot of self-referential things, because these people actually think that's how people work, so...
The bug has used a bug move. Ha! Yeah, focus energy doesn't work properly in this game. It actually reduces your chance to crit people.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's meant to increase your chance to crit people. Instead, in this game, it quarters it. So, focus energy is actually the worst move in the game, and he's using it again.
That is just...
At least Splash does nothing. That is better than focus energy, right?
Yep, and then they did the same with the frog.
What a total waste of time. I agree. You wasted both of your turns making yourself weaker. And you want to complain about that? Get out. You have no one to blame but yourself, you moron.
To be perfectly fair, he did catch a bug.
Yeah, he caught 2. Look how that ended.
Yep.
You just call me dude? What the hell? So we've got Canadian Hiker, and then we've got Surfer Hiker.
To be fair, there are worse surfers in the series. I still want to have a word with whoever designed the surfer trainer archetype in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because what the hell is wrong with this dude? Just, there is something about that particular character's design that's just
What were the designers on?
I don't know what it is about them. I think I know where you're coming from, but it's like you look at their design and you just kind of like there's something very off about them.
Definitely, you just look really, 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 really.
I look at these guys and I'm thinking to myself, have you guys been taken or something?
Pretty much.
Like, is that what's going on? Like.
Is any stone?
Is it? Am I gonna like find your like surfer worm god or something? Is that what's gonna happen?
It's a Gyarados, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's just an evil Gyarados. The Mega Evolution is water dark, so you know it makes sense. So yeah, I'm using Thrash against Caterpies and Weedles. It's really not fair, but you know.
I'm just remembering something really silly I've done with one of my RPs. I had a character who has a Ditto that's.
Oh wow, I didn't actually tank that. Nice, just about. Which is going to prompt me to switch because now I'm confused. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Disabled for exactly 0 turns. Goodbye, Venonat. I need to actually check that to find out where I can catch Venonat. Even though because we're going to be doing the glitch, we probably won't be able to get Haunter for a while anyway. Let me have a look.
Huh. Actually, here's a thought. Here is a thought, actually. Can you trigger Gengar via the...
There it is.
Because that is a thought.
Okay, Venonat's quite a ways off. Yeah, it's going to be quite a while before we actually get our... before we even get our 4th Pokemon. And then 5 and 6 are going to be following very shortly afterwards, so... There's probably going to be a fair amount of... See, I wasn't intending to do off-screen grinding, but I may have to get them guys up to the same level as these, but whatever, we'll work it out when we get there. I mean, to be honest, Weezing is literally just going to be an added extra, to be honest with you. He's not really going to serve much of a purpose other than just being there for the sake of it.
Huh.
I don't even really need to get him, like... But I just will do anyway.
Yeah, that's yellow. I'm trying to look if you can actually find, if you can actually use the Mew glitch to get a Gengar somehow.
I'm sure you can, because it's basically determined by whatever the special stat of the Pokemon is that you end up fighting after you trigger it. Problem is, he's obviously manipulating the situation to make Gengar show up is a little bit more tricky, and I've kind of already set it up to make Mew turn up, so that can be a bit of a problem. And I'm very rapidly running out of trainers that I can use to...
that's fine. I mean, to be fair, Haunter is still a death machine even without the Gengar boost.
I might end up, while I'm off, I'm not going to work it out now, but I might end up doing that off screen, to see if I can find a way of actually getting Gengar on this run. Which would be pretty awesome if I can pull it off, because it, again, is demonstrating another glitch that you can use. Because with Trainer Fly, you can pretty much get every single potentially every single Pokemon in the game, without having to trade. There are other ways of doing it, like, there have been runs of 151 Pokemon runs which don't involve trading. It pretty much just involves breaking the game apart and using the item underflow to just make any Pokemon you want turn up. It's great. I don't really want to send out Golbat against a Hiker, so I'm going to use this guy again, and I think once we get to the Pokemon Center we'll probably call it a night because we have hit midnight now. And to be honest with you, there's not really much going on at the moment. The main event was technically Lieutenant Surgeon, he just got his face smashed in, so, you know. But you know what? That's not my fault. He should just get good.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, if then again, people might not want to see Gengar. They might want to see Venomoth instead.
It is a good question. I mean, Gengar is a death machine, but Venomoth is adorable.
Yeah, so that's going to be the next choice of Pokemon. So whichever you want to see, Venomoth or Haunter, most likely. I'll say Venomoth will probably be the more interesting one, just the fact that I've never used it before. But as I say, it's up to you guys. You get to decide. Hell, if I could menu properly, wouldn't it?
Man, just realized.
Condescend you, I didn't even say anything. What the hell?
They do that.
What the kind of SJW woman is this? Well, you know what? Just for that, you're gonna get confused. I mean, you're already lost and confused. You're on Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're scratching me, which is just typical. Yeah, go away. Get out.
How is this not a Pokemon yet?
Oh, I'm too much, alright.
Just kind of realized, I mean,
And
they
that's-
come up with, they have moths for every occasion, and they still haven't made a Pokemon based on the Death's Head Hawkmoth, which I honestly do not get because it is a completely and utterly brilliant moth.
No, they're too busy making rubbish moths instead, like Mothim.
Pretty much.
So there we go. Right, we're going to save here, and that is going to be the end for tonight. The next time we'll be going through Rock Tunnel and maybe causing some actual glitches as opposed to just people using terrible moves like that bug catcher earlier with the 2 Beedrills. I did say this was going to be a glitchless episode, but he ruined it for us, so yeah. everyone just like find that guy online, just flame him or something, because, you know, send him nasty messages about what a terrible Pokemon trainer he is. I mean, hey, that's what they do on Smog on Discord, so, you know, it is socially acceptable. Well, I'll say that. It's, you know, some people do it on there. So, yeah, that's all for this lovely evening. We will be back at some point to resume our lovely retro glitchy adventure. Is anybody going to be on tomorrow that we know of?
I have no idea, actually. I mean, all depends on Alex, really, I guess.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, just keep your eyes open just in case there is a stream on tomorrow and Sunday. As I say, this one was a bit last minute, so
Pretty much, yeah.
But hopefully we'll have a bit more, you know, notice in advance for you for what's going to be happening this weekend, if anything. Hopefully there will be something, but, you know, time will tell. So, yeah, thanks very much for watching, and see you soon. This has been Cole, and
Still a Little Obsidian, Biomechanical Abomination, and all that.
Yeah, you're better at saying it than me. I just say Stel, which is very boring.
I know. It happens.
Yep, it does. So, thanks very much for watching, and see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Laters.